Thanks for listening to the NVTV Podcast, produced by Nequa Media.
Welcome to this week's episode of the NVTV Podcast. I'm Ariana Hussein. On today's show, we'll be discussing this year's prom. Joining me today is Mr. O'Toole, the assistant principal here at Nequa Valley. Thank you for being here today. So to start off, Mr. O'Toole, could you please explain your role as an assistant principal and how you relate to prom for me and our listeners?
Great. My role as assistant principal is, in relationship to prom, I'm a part of a team of people who make sure that the prom is safe and well run. I don't run prom, but I've been at our last 15 proms along with our other deans and administrators, making sure that students have a safe and enjoyable experience.
So how is prom going to look this year?
Prom's going to look great this year. We're going to have a lot of kids get real dressed up and meet in different places around Naperville to take pictures. And hopefully they let their parents and grandmas and grandpas be a part of that process. Mm-hmm. And then they come to the dance, and there will be food and music and friendship and fellowship, and it should be a great time. The biggest difference for us this year is the prom will not be at Drury Lane. We'll be at the Matrix on Route 59, and we're very excited to see that new venue and all that it has to offer.
So where can students buy their prom tickets?
Prom tickets are for sale during the lunch periods and will be for sale through May 3rd. That's the last day you can buy prom tickets. We do have to put in food orders for prom, so we do not take late orders for prom tickets. So May 3rd is the last day, and you can purchase them in the lunchroom.
And also, what is the start and end time for prom?
Prom, the doors open at 6:30. And the dance ends at 10:30.
Do you have any advice for any students going to prom this year?
I would say have a great time. Don't stress too much. I remember back when I went to prom in the mid-'90s, there was a lot of discussion about who was going to be in whose limo and what people were doing afterwards. And I would just not worry so much about that. All those things work itself out. But let your parents have some fun with you dressed up and taking the pictures, and have fun with your friends and get out on that dance floor and show everybody your moves.
What is the theme of this year's prom?
The theme of this year's prom is escaping me. I do not know or remember what the theme of this year's prom is, but I can check on that for you.
Mr. O'Toole, thank you for joining us today. After a quick break, we're going to talk with one of our other assistant principals. Welcome back. Today we're talking about Nequa Valley's prom. Joining me now is our assistant principal, Ms. Cahill. Ms. Cahill, thank you for joining me today. So first, could you please explain by giving us some information on this year's prom?
Sure. This year's prom is at the Matrix Club in Naperville, which is a new venue for us. We've been going to Drury Lane for about the past 20 years because it's a large space to accommodate Nequa prom. This year we're able to go to Matrix Club. It's a lot closer, and it's a big enough venue to accommodate us. So prom will be May 11th. The doors will open at 6:30. And the dance will end at 10:30. There will be a buffet dinner that will include some appetizers and then a pasta bar, and then we'll also have a dessert bar, and then there will be water and soda for students to drink throughout the evening. And we do have DJ Speed coming for the night, so I know most people usually enjoy him, so he'll be there playing music for us.
What is the theme of this year's prom?
The theme is 24 karat gold. And our student council, our senior student council members are the ones who pick that. They picked that this year because it goes with 2024, so it just kind of matched nicely.
Yeah. Why is prom an important experience for seniors?
I think prom's an important experience for seniors. It's a culminating event. It's one of the last events you would have of your high school career. It's a fun event. And students can be with their other classmates for one of the last times. The music's good, so it's just kind of a fun event to go to.
Yeah, so what would the dress code be for prom?
So the dress code, it definitely is a formal event. So most students would wear a suit, a tux, a dress, dress shoes. A lot of students get their hair done, nails done, just, really looking your best that evening. So definitely more dressy.
So what would your advice be for students attending prom?
My advice would be for students to just really enjoy the night, take lots of pictures with friends, put some requests into the DJ for your favorite songs, spend some time on the dance floor, and just really have a good, fun evening and just really make smart choices that day.
Yes. So how can these students buy their prom tickets?
So students can buy prom tickets on pushcoin.com. They're $100 per student. And on there's options if you're just going by yourself, if you are going with a NEQA student, and if you're going with a guest. So you would select one of those options when you're purchasing the tickets. The deadline to purchase tickets is Friday, May 3rd by midnight.
Thank you to Mr. O'Toole and Ms. Cahill for joining us today on the NVTV Podcast. The NVTV Podcast is produced by media students at Neuqua Valley High School. Enjoy the rest of your day.